We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. On 4th down, here's Williams. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now the first carry here for the running back, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Track him 60.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Cowboys are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 more.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
To throw, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Down the left sideline. He may go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Let's go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
To the air, Williams. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
That is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. To the air once more. Williams. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
On the return, Westbrook from his end zone.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down here the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Warriors 70. Let's go. 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Check go.
Back to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Back to throw again. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
Ready up. Cougar 19. Shut up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
18 Bradley. Dragon 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Check go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. 2nd down and 6 now. Off the play fake, it's Williams.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They're going to try and throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now a play fake here on first down.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Catch is made by Metcalf.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And he comes back with one complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
On the return, Westbrook from his end zone. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Here we go. Seven Pirates. Take go.
Back to throw now on first down. Touchdown! 25 yards for the touchdown. And
And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
DK Metcalf, 27 yards. And the Cowboys are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Buying time to his left. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
To throw, it's Williams.
Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Williams.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On 4th down, here's Williams. That is caught.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
Now 2nd and 3. To the air, Williams.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
To throw, Williams. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
There he goes left side.
He's still on his feet.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
And that pick six, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5.
Looking to throw. Williams forced out left.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Back to throw. Williams.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Let's go now. Check that. Three. Check up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man, complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught in the middle of the field. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Still going. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
70 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 4 yards out.
the Cowboys have extended their...